Hello everyone. I wasn't gonna come and talk about season 2 of Doctor Who before it ended, but then I saw the Mr. Ring-a-Ding episode, and now we have to talk. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Amanda. You might know me as Vamp. It's been a moment since we've talked about Doctor Who, but I am so glad to be back here to talk to you, the people, about this newest episode of Doctor Who, which is freaking phenomenal. So I am here to talk to you about season 2, episode 2 of Doctor Who, known as Lux, or as I like to call it, the Mr. Ring-a-Ding episode. There is much that we need to discuss, so buckle up, honey, because we're back. I really just wanted to do this video because I needed to say something. I needed to speak to all the Whovians out there, calling all Whovians across the internet. If you have checked out of Doctor Who, maybe season 1 wasn't for you. Totally fine, I get it. Maybe season 2, episode 1, you were like, oh, that was just all right. You decided, I'm gonna stop here. Maybe you're way back some other place. Maybe you didn't make it through Capaldi, or you never started Whittaker, or I don't even know. Maybe you haven't watched Matt Smith. If you've not watched Matt Smith, because you should really do that. But I just want to say to all of you out there that are kind of out of it and you were thinking, do I get back in? Yes, this is the moment. Season 2, episode 2 of this current launch that we're in of Doctor Who, or series 15 if you prefer, you need to get back in, because this episode is maybe, I would say actually it is one of the best episodes of Doctor Who that I've seen of all time. And I'm not just talking within the confines of this current launch. I'm not just talking in terms of season 1 and season 2 where Disney is distributing. Obviously BBC is still behind everything, but yes, working with Disney in a sense. I'm not just talking about that. I'm saying in all of the episodes I've watched of Doctor Who, that is how freaking good this episode is. It is everything that I want from Doctor Who, exactly as I want it, and it also just goes to show you, for those people that did not believe in Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor, he is such a good Doctor, though. I love him so much as the Doctor, and I think he really just sings in this episode. And yes, okay, the Doctor cries. Again, he cries in every episode, but I cried with him. Holy moly, it was just so good. This episode is written by Russell T Davies, and I have to say, it's everything that you could ever want from Russell T Davies, I think, as a writer. I feel like season 1 maybe was Davies and Moffat like just kind of getting back into the Doctor Who groove, like maybe just, I think that was like a warm-up basically, and now I think we're going to be entering the era of the new Who, where it's going to start becoming quite peak. I think the other thing that's important to note is that this director, Amanda Brochi, I believe this is her first time directing Doctor Who, and she is going to be directing the next episode, which also looks like it's going to be amazing based on the little teaser I got at the end. Holy moly, I am so excited to continue this show. And I had to come on because I had to talk to you just about why this episode is so good. So now that I've told you it's one of the best episodes ever, you're probably like, but why do you think this? And also, I know how I'm supposed to structure these. I know that, like, for retention or whatever, I'm supposed to hold on to my thoughts till the end, but I just can't, guys. I am unbridled Who passion right now. I am just loving this episode so much. I have my notes on my page. I have like 3 things written down. That's it. The rest of this is just me unfiltered because I needed to tell someone. I'm so excited. I called Duck after I finished this episode, Uptown Duck, who you might know from my live streams, and I just ranted at him for like 30 minutes about how much I loved the episode without giving away any spoilers. I will talk about some things in here, but I don't want to spoil what happens in the episode. But what I will say is that just the approach to how weird this is, but also keeping in line with so much of established Doctor Who lore from this era, but also from before. Like, the love that I feel Russell T Davies has for just the lore of Doctor Who, I feel like you can really feel it in this episode. I love that we are acknowledging everything that has come before. The other thing is that it is just so creative. It's also, this isn't really a spoiler because it's been promoted everywhere, it's also a sort of period piece episode, which I tend to love. Those tend to be one of my favorites. But it's not necessarily with historical figures. It's just with a period. But we get to fully embody it. We get to address some of the things of that period and see that, which is always fun. The costumes are amazing. The sets, amazing. And just the creativity in which the creative way in which we approach this episode and the level of meta that it gets. The level of poignant that it gets, where it's saying really big, profound things, but very simply and kind of in a silly way almost, but you still feel it, is amazing. There are some really big emotional moments where I couldn't believe how attached I was to characters and just concepts that we built. And by the way, this is how you do emotion right. This episode right here, because you don't need a long time. I think this episode only has a 45-minute runtime or something like that. And we were able to get in multiple emotional beats that really moved me as someone watching. Not because we took so much time to really build up characters that we lose in this episode, but because the small moments that we gave them, we really let the characters fully embody that moment, fully be present. And because we just got these little vignettes, they're small, they're short, they're concise, and they give you that sense of emotion and nail it perfectly based on how they're shot and based on the music. It was perfection. They really allowed me to become attached to smaller characters in this episode so that when they're gone, we really feel that loss. We really feel it like how Belinda and the Doctor are feeling it. And I just love Belinda as a companion. I think she's really just a breath of fresh air. I love how she is clearly excited by stuff and wants to play, but I think she's just more aware than a lot of people about how the Doctor kind of is living a very dangerous life, but also is dangerous in and of himself. I think she already is kind of picking up on that, and I'm very curious to see what it's going to do to their bond and their relationship as time goes on. I think Belinda is really going to be a companion that's going to really break the Doctor. I'm very afraid. I hope Belinda's okay. And I'm also very curious as to, why she is a face we're familiar with in this show. There is also obviously Mrs. Flood is here. Miss Flood is here, and that she just keeps popping up, and I'm like, what is going on with this? And I loved, this is one of the first episodes in a little while where I really felt like, other than maybe Dot and Bubble, which I kind of knew where it was going, but the twist at the end for that one kind of caught me unawares. Even though everyone said it was really obvious, I didn't feel it was very obvious. This episode really felt like a fun twist on how we solved everything. And I'm really enjoying just the fact that the solution here felt so creative. And I hope that it continues to feel that way, because this is exactly the type of Doctor Who adventure I love. We have a crazy problem. How do we solve it? Everything is sci-fi. We're actually playing with the format of the show. We're playing with breaking the fourth wall a little bit in some areas, and not in terms of a direct way. I mean, in an indirect way. We're playing with meta. We're playing with weird creatures and strange events and time periods. And we're also doing it in a way that feels rewarding to the viewer, where things make sense, but you also feel like you are there for the mystery with the Doctor and with Belinda, and that while the Doctor is always kind of a few steps ahead of us, it feels, we can follow along and you can guess what's going on and see if you're right or wrong. And in some areas you might be right, and in other areas you might be wrong. And that's what I love about this show. I love that it just has such a fun sci-fi element to it that explores weird and different concepts while also allowing us to examine our own human nature and our own relationship to each other in the world. Goodness, I don't know other shows that can really take you on an adventure like Doctor Who can. And this episode was a perfect example of that. So thank you, Mr. Ring-a-Ding. What a wild and wacky and fun little animated and non-animated adventure we went on. And wow, Doctor Who, baby, we're back. That's all I have for this one. I mean, obviously I give this episode like a 5 out of 5. Honestly, if I could give it a 6 out of 5, I would. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 5 because I can actually. Wait, this is my channel. This wasn't really a review for the episode so much as just me ranting about how much I love this. But I really love this, and I hope that you watch it. And if you do watch it, please let me know what you think. Whether you liked it or you didn't like it, I'd love to discuss, because I really think this was an exceptional episode. And, even if you disagree with me, that's totally cool. I just love that this is, I think, an episode that's going to get a lot of people talking about Doctor Who again. And I love that. I love that we can all gather as fans and share our thoughts on this much beloved story and show that it has spanned so many years, from the classic to the new to now kind of like the new, I guess. I'll see you next time, friends. And if you missed it, I do sometimes talk about Doctor Who. Check out this Who content right here. And let me know if you want more videos like this on Doctor Who. I will be doing a season 2 full review. But until then, friends, as always, stay nerdy. And I'll see you in the comments.